Hello guys, welcome to Universe Science TT. In this channel, we are going to make a very understandable and zero-time consuming tutorial videos of courses of science, colleges, and engineering. So all you need to do is to subscribe, like, and share our channel with your beloved ones. So our today's topic of discussion is over a basic introduction into limit and some analytical terms. So let's compute some examples. Number one says the limit as x approaches 3 of x, let's use the red pen, of x square plus x minus 12 all divided by x minus 3. So if you substitute the value of x directly here, you're going to get 0 at the denominator, and whenever you get 0, our final answer is going to be 0, which is undefined limit. So now is to think of the quadratic equation of the following value. This is a quadratic equation value, and here you're going to make it to be quadratic form. So you will open bracket, put your x, and close, open another, put your x. So think of the two numbers that if you expand the bracket, it will give you the back as you have in the question here. And the right number of these are minus 3 and plus 4 divided by your x minus 3. So if you look at the denominator and the numerator, you will see that minus x minus 3 and x minus 3 are the same. So they'll cancel each other. And now it will be x plus 4. So now we'll substitute the value of x directly, and it will going to be, since x is 3, it's going to be 3 plus 4, which is equal to 7. So this is our number 1. And now we are moving to number 2. Number 2 says the limit as x approaches 2 of x, let's use the red pen, of x cubed minus 27, all divided by x minus 3. So here we are going to use the differentiation method, and you can also search for the video of differentiation on our channel. So now all you need to do is to differentiate these two values and also for the x. But note that whatever you differentiate a value of constant value, you get 0. For example, this 27 and this 3, there is no any x attached to them. So whenever you differentiate their value, it will go to be 0. But let me touch some part of the differentiation for you so that you remember what it's like. This our x, and this our y. So whenever they say this point is 0, so whatever you have at the y-axis, it will going to be 0 because it will multiply with the value of x. So now all we need to do is to differentiate the value of x now, because we already know our 27 and our 3 are 0. So now it will going to be, sorry, let me use this one. It's going to be x cubed minus 0 all divided by x. So minus 0 also. So now we have already differentiated these two values, remain these two. Now we are going to differentiate x to the power of cube and x to the power of 1. This is the same as 1. So let me take some part of the differentiation for you here. Whenever you're differentiating a value, you're going to subtract 1 from the power and multiply the first power with the coefficient. For example, let's say 3x. If you are to differentiate 3x, it's going to be 3 multiplied by the coefficient of the x. And the coefficient of our x here is the same thing as 1. Now 3 multiplied by 1 is going to be 3. Then subtract 1 from the power. It's going to be 3x squared. This is the differentiation of this one. And now differentiation of this is the same thing as over 1. It will going to be 1 multiplied by 1, which is 1. Then x to the power of your 1 minus 1, which is equals to x, 1x to the power of 0. And whatever to the power of 0 according to the laws of indices is equals to 1. So this will be 1 multiplied by 1, which is equals to 1. So back to our solution. This now will be 3x squared all divided by 1. As we got our x is 1 here, and our x cubed is 3x cubed, So this will be equal to what? 3x squared. Now let's put the value of x, that is what? 2. Now it's going to be 3 open bracket 2 square, which is equal to 3 multiplied by 2 square is 4. Our final answer will be 3 times 4, it's going to be 12. So now we are moving to the next question, that is question number 3, which says, let's use this one, the limit as x approaches, let's say 8 of x squared plus 3x minus 12. So in this case, we're going to substitute your value directly, because all we don't want to get at the final answer is 0. And here, if you substitute directly, we are not going to get 0, because the value is possible to solve it like this. So now we're going to solve your x directly. Your value of x is 8, so this will be 8 square, and then plus, then 4 over 3, open bracket, value of x also is 8, close bracket, minus 12. So now, uh, x square is going to be 64. You can find this in your calculator. Then plus 3 multiplied by 8 is going to give you 24, then minus 12. So now first we're going to add our 64 and our 24. It is going to be 88, then minus our 12. And 88 minus 12 is 76. You can find all this in your calculator. So now we're moving to the next question, that is number 4. Number 4 says the limit as x approaches 3 of 1 all over x minus 1 all over 3 all divided by x minus 3. So whenever you have such constant, first thing you will do is that, so whenever you have a such constant, first thing you will do is you're going to multiply the bed numerator and denominator with the coefficient of the numerator of these 3 and x. So that is what it will going to be. It will going to be now 3x multiplied by 1 all over x minus 1 all over 3, close brackets, then divided by also 3x multiplied by x minus 3. So now the next thing is that 3 multiplied by 1, it will going to give you 3x. So that means 3x multiplied by 1 to 3x all over x. Then minus also 3x multiplied by this one, it will going to give you 3x all over 3. Then all divided by what? All divided by our 3x, open bracket, x minus 3. So here this x will cancel this x, and also this 3 will cancel this 3. We are left with 3 minus x divided by 3x, open bracket, x minus 3, close bracket. So now we need to change position of this x and this 3 so that to be the same thing as the one at the denominator. So now the next thing we'll do is you will just make it to be minus 1, open brackets, then your x, then minus 3. Because whenever you expand 1 multiplied by x, minus 1, I mean multiplied by x, it will going to give you minus x, and minus 3 multiplied by minus 1 will give you positive 3. So all divided by what? 3x, open bracket, x minus 3, close bracket. So this one and this one are the same, so they will cancel each other. And the next thing is that minus 1 all divided by 3x. And what is our value of x is 3. Now we'll substitute our value of x, which is minus 1 all over 3 multiplied by 3. And 3 multiplied by 3 is 9. So this will be minus 1 all over 9. So now we are moving to the question number 5. That is, number 5 said the limit as x approaches 9 of, let's use the right pen, of square root of x minus, sorry, square root of x minus 3, then divided by x minus 9. So now we are going to use the sort method. We'll find for the conjugate of this value and we'll go to the denominator. So now this our question will be x minus 3 all divided by x minus 9, and the conjugate of this is x, sorry, square root of x, square root of x plus 3 all divided by square root of x plus 3. So this now, this one are separate values, also this one are separate values. Likewise, this one also are separate values. So now the first thing is that we're going to multiply the numerator and we're going to multiply the denominator because it is multiplication that is indicated. So now the next thing we'll do is this square multiplied by this square is going to give you x, because the square will cancel the square. So now the next thing is this square multiplied by this positive 3, it will go to be positive 3 square root of x. And the next thing is that this negative 3 multiplied by this square, it will going to give you negative 3 square also of x. And the next is that this minus 3 multiplied by plus 3, which will give you what? Minus 9. All divided by, you put this your value like this, and we're going to multiply them, x minus 9 all area x plus 3. So in this solution, this is positive 3x square root. This is positive 3 square root of x and negative 3 square root of x. So they will cancel each other. Next one will remain will be x minus 9 divided by x minus 9 and square root of x plus 3. So this one are the same, they will cancel and they will give you 9. So therefore 1, this will cancel each other and give you 1, I mean. So then this will be 1 square root of So it will give you 1 all over square root of x plus 3. And the next thing is 1 all over. What is our value of x? Is our value of x is 9. Square root of what? Of 9 plus 3. And square root of 9 is what? Square root of 9 is 3. You'll punch this in your calculator, and this will give you 3 plus 3, which is equals to 1 all over 6. So now we are moving to the next example. That is example number 6. Example number 6 says limit as x approaches 2 of 3. In this value, there's no any x or there's no anything attached to the what? To the 3. So now our final answer is directly as just 3 because there's no any x on the 3, so nothing we can do to the 3. So now we are moving to question number 7. Question number 7 says limit as x approaches 1. Sorry, as x approaches 1. So now x approaches 1 of what? X approaches 1 of x square minus 1. This is the same thing as quadratic equation as we did before. Sorry, divided by x minus 1. So this is also a quadratic form. You can find the value of quadratic equation that if you expand the bracket to give you back as we have in the question. So this will be x minus 1 and x plus 1 all divided by x minus 1. So now you can see this and this are the same, so they'll cancel each other, and we are left with the x plus 1, which is equals to our value of x is what? Is 1. So this will be 1 plus 1, which is equals to final answer. So now we are moving to the last, and that is the final answer question. That is number 8. Says x square minus 4 divided by x minus 2. So sorry, I mean limits as x approaches 2. In this one is the center as the above, as the one we did above just now. It's also a quadratic form. You'll just find the two values that if you multiply them to, they will give you minus 4, and you will fit them on the bracket. So now these two values are x minus 2 and plus 2. Whenever I expand this bracket, your final constant is going to be x squared minus 4, all divided by what? X minus 2, close bracket. So now this value will cancel this value because they are the same. So we are left with what? X plus 2, which is what? Which x plus 2. Now the next one is that we will find our value of x and we'll add them directly. Now our value of x is what? Is 2. This will be going to be 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe our channels, and don't forget to hit the bell ring. Don't forget to hit the bell so that you will be notified whenever a new video is released. Thank you. Goodbye.